Have you ever noticed that person in your life who seems to exist everywhere and nowhere at once? They're in the group chat, but never post. They see your stories, but never share their own. They know what's happening in everyone's life, yet their own remains a carefully guarded mystery. You might think they're just shy or disconnected, but what if I told you they're actually playing a game most people do and even realize exists? What if their silence isn't weakness, but the most calculated form of power in the digital age? Imagine for a moment that you could see through walls into people's minds. You'd watch them scroll endlessly, crafting the perfect caption, choosing between 12 nearly identical selfies, refreshing their notifications every few minutes like addicts waiting for their next hit. Now imagine someone who watches all of this happening but never participates. They're studying the game while everyone else is desperately trying to win it. That's not absence. That's strategy. And it's the kind of move that would make Machiavelli himself nod in approval from across the centuries. Social media has become the modern coliseum where billions fight daily for scraps of attention. Every post is a bid for validation. Every like is a transaction. Every story is a performance in an endless show that no one can afford to leave. But here's what most people miss. The spectators in the stands often hold more power than the gladiators in the arena. They watch the patterns. They see who's desperate, who's pretending, who's breaking under the pressure of maintaining an image. And they collect this intelligence without ever stepping into the spotlight themselves. Think about the last time you posted something. Before you even hit share, you are already anticipating reactions. Will they like it? Will they think I'm bragging? Does this make me look successful or trying too hard? That split second of hesitation? That's the cost of visibility. You've given away a piece of your psychological sovereignty to the court of public opinion. Now multiply that by every post, every comment, every carefully curated moment of your digital life. You're not just sharing. You're surrendering control of your narrative to anyone with an opinion and a screen. The people who don't post understand something profound about human nature. They know that the moment you reveal yourself, you become readable, predictable, exploitable. Every photo you share is a clue about what impresses you. Every opinion you broadcast is a map of your vulnerabilities. Every celebration you post is information about what you value and, more importantly, what you fear losing. In Machiavelli's time, courtiers who spoke too freely found themselves outmaneuvered by those who listened carefully and revealed nothing. Today, the principle hasn't changed. Only the battlefield has moved online. But here's where it gets fascinating. Silence in a world addicted to noise doesn't register as nothing. It registers as something. When everyone around you is shouting their existence into the void, your quiet becomes deafening. People's minds can't handle the vacuum. They start filling it with assumptions. Maybe you're wildly successful and too busy to post. Maybe you're deeply philosophical and above such trivial pursuits. Maybe you're secretly miserable, or perhaps you're living so fully that documenting it would diminish the experience. The beauty is that you never have to clarify. Their imagination works for you, often creating a more compelling narrative than anything you could have posted. Consider the psychological mechanics at play here. When someone posts constantly, you form a complete picture of them. You know their habits, their insecurities, their need for approval. They become familiar, and familiarity breeds a certain contempt, or at least a loss of mystique. But the person who never posts, they remain undefined. And the human brain hates uncertainty so much that it tends to resolve that uncertainty in favor of the unknown person. You've seen this happen. Someone disappears from social media for 6 months, and suddenly everyone's asking about them, wondering if they're okay, assuming they must be going through something profound. Their absence generated more interest than 100 posts ever could. This is the observer's advantage that Machiavelli would recognize immediately. While everyone else is busy performing, the silent ones are learning. They're watching the power dynamics unfold in real time. They see who seeks attention desperately, who pretends to be happy, who's fishing for compliments, who's competing with whom. It's like having access to everyone's psychological playbook while yours remains locked away. And if they ever decide to make a move, to finally post or speak or reveal something, it lands with the weight of thunder because no one saw it coming. Their words carry significance that others have diluted through overuse. But let's push deeper into what this silence really means, because it's not just about strategic advantage. It's about something more fundamental: self-mastery. Social media operates on impulse. Feel something? Post it. Achieve something? Share it. Get hurt? Hint about it cryptically. The entire ecosystem is designed to reward your inability to sit with an experience without broadcasting it. To resist that pull, to feel the urge to share and consciously choose not to, that's not coldness or detachment. That's discipline. And discipline in an age of instant gratification is the rarest form of power you can possess. Machiavelli understood that true power isn't found in what you can control, but in what you do and need to control. The person who doesn't need to announce their achievements, who doesn't require constant affirmation that their life has meaning, who can experience joy or pain without immediately turning it into content, that person has broken free from invisible chains that bind billions. They're not performing for the algorithm. They're not bowing to the endless hunger of a system designed to extract their attention and sell it to the highest bidder. They've reclaimed something precious, the right to exist without permission from strangers. And this freedom is deeply threatening to those still trapped in the cycle. Your silence becomes a mirror that reflects their dependency back at them. When you're standing next to someone who isn't clapping at a show, you suddenly become aware of your own applause. You start questioning why you're doing it. That's the subtle power of strategic absence. You highlight everyone else's need for validation simply by not sharing that need. You remind them that there's another way to exist, and that reminder can feel like judgment even when you've said nothing at all. Here's where most people get it wrong, though. Some don't post out of strength and strategy. They don't post out of fear. Fear of judgment. Fear of not being interesting enough. Fear of saying the wrong thing and being destroyed by the mob. That's not Machiavellian silence. That's paralysis. The difference is intent. Strategic silence comes from knowing exactly what you could reveal and deliberately choosing not to. It's selective invisibility. You understand the game completely, but prefer to play from the shadows. Fear-based silence comes from not knowing how to play at all. One is a fortress you've built in your mind. The other is a prison someone else constructed around you. Every post you make is data. Every selfie is a signal. Every caption is a confession of what you think will impress others. The people who share constantly are feeding an enormous machine that profits from their emotions, their insecurities, their desperate need to be seen. Meanwhile, the silent ones have realized that privacy has become a luxury good. They protect it the way their grandparents protected their savings. They've understood that in a world where everyone is selling their image, real power lies in being untraceable, unpredictable, unmappable. This invisibility doesn't mean irrelevance. If anything, it means the opposite. You can't be manipulated if no one knows your triggers. You can't be envied if no one knows what you have. You can't be attacked if you've left no vulnerabilities exposed. That's psychological armor in its purest form. And in an age where everyone willingly strips naked for likes and follows, the person who remains clothed in mystery becomes powerful by default. But there's something even more profound happening beneath the surface. When you stop posting, you stop living for the image. Your experiences become yours again. You're not constantly fragmenting beautiful moments into "is this shareable?" You're not editing your emotions to fit a narrative. You're not measuring your worth in metrics that mean nothing. The noise fades. Your focus sharpens. You rediscover what life feels like when it belongs to you and not to an invisible audience of critics and competitors. Machiavelli would tell you that this is how you build an unshakable foundation. Not through what others think of you, but through becoming someone who doesn't need others to think of them at all. When your confidence doesn't depend on external validation, your power becomes permanent. No one can take it away by unfollowing you or not liking your post. You've located your worth somewhere they can't reach it. And that, in a world designed to make you dependent on their approval, is the ultimate act of rebellion. The silent ones aren't disconnected. They are free. And freedom, real freedom, always looks like power to those still trapped in chains they don't even know they're wearing.